Hello, everybody. Hey, Chaotic. Hey, Shadows. Hey, Desto. How y'all doing today? Happy 4th of July. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nat from Super Cringe Roleplay. Just opening my monster here. We're getting a bit of a late start today. And honestly, for today's short, I have no idea what we're going to do. So I need to pull up those notes here. Hey, Shadows. Happy 4th, my dude. So let me, there's a couple of things I need to do first before we get going here. Let me go ahead and open up DaVinci, though. There we go. And while I have this open, I can go ahead and turn on raids, because we don't have that on. Also need to open Discord so I can look at my notes here. It's just another hot day in Texas. I got my water. Okay, this over here to my other monitor. All right, let's pull up the stream manager here. I really should have done this before I got on, but I was actually helping a family member with something. And it ran just a little bit late today, but that's not a big deal. Okay, Twitch stream manager. Hopefully I can find this quickly, because to be fair, I have no idea where turning on raids is. I don't know how hot it is today. How hot is it today? It is 98 degrees. 98, and it is only 2:45 our time. So I imagine that it's going to get really dang hot today. Okay, I imagine this has got to be under streaming tools, maybe? Nope. Desta, was it you that asked me about raids being turned off? Maybe it's under settings. It's got to be under settings, right? 95? Yeah, that's pretty hot too. Honestly, I mean, July is a pretty hot month, but August is the real month. Probably August and September here in Texas. Raid. Okay, raids. All right, so we allow raids. Okay, raids are on now. Went from working in a freezer to that was interesting. Okay. I found it, so we're good. All right, I will leave this open as well. Okay, let me pull up Discord. The group and I, we have a private Discord where we talk about the show, talk about the different content that we're putting out. That's a great picture. I'm just looking at the content notification, and I'm just like staring off into space here. Okay, where's my notes? Hopefully the guys get on later and they can kindly remind me. I know we're doing a short from episode 30, which was the one that aired last night. And for those of you who are able to make it out, we really appreciate it. All right, looks like... Okay, this is from the finish and not the raw, so it's going to be off by a few minutes. That's fine. It's whatever. I'm not too worried about it. We're just going to go until we get something done today. And we'll just post it when it's ready. Honestly, it's July 4th. I feel like I should take today off. And just play Elden Ring or something. Who's on social media today anyway, right? Everyone's with their family doing shit. Okay, where's my folders? Okay, we're looking for the raw footage here. Where is it? Thanks, Desto. Appreciate it. The decision I made, which one were we talking about? As far as like contacting Sahara, or was it something else, the CD that I did? Okay, there's episode 30. So let me just fix this real quick. It was funny because leading into that moment when Nocturnal and Jokester were getting set up, I was thinking about it. And I was like, should I do this or not? And then I was like, you know what? I think it's time. Honestly, and hopefully Erin isn't watching this, I was testing to see if... Obviously, she's getting something out of the deal as far as absorbing the essence of magic users. But I was testing to see if we could use her in combat, if necessary. And it seems like she's willing to jump into a fray if she can absorb magic user essence. So that's good to know moving forward. I can't guarantee that I'll do it again, but it's nice to know that it can be done. Okay, let's see the notes here. Don't have anything specifically laid out here. Let's see. Monster grabs Mike's leg. Swear Nocturnal pulls Mike from the mud. Mike blows his horn. That is pretty far spread out. I'm going to watch the scene where Mike blows the horn and see if that's what we're supposed to use. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm eating a mini Kit Kat. Kit Kats are one of my favorites. And when it broke apart, chocolate just like went all over. I'm picking up the little pieces here. Okay. About a minute, not a minute, about an hour 38. So let's go look at that. This is going to be off for sure. Hour 38. Go ahead and change that. Okay, let's see what we got here.
I'm not in good shape, but I
need to turn the audio up. Yes, Kit Kats are delicious. I actually like the white chocolate ones too. I would say that the white chocolate ones are probably my favorite. All the birthday cake ones are pretty good too. All right, let's crank the audio here.
I'm not in good shape, but I will follow you as long as I can.
We gotta head back to the dock. We'll get you healed up.
So be it.
Do you have any potions?
Bexel, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
I don't have shit.
So I'm gonna.
Thanks for hanging out in the Discord too.
Tied up. Like, okay, look. We just need a little bit of information.
I actually haven't started the DLC yet. So my plan, I had a couple plans. My first plan was just to play it off stream privately. Desto, thanks for the dono sub. Appreciate it, man. My really appreciate it. Thank you. Looks like I reached a sub goal too. That's crazy. Really appreciate it, Desto. What was I saying? Oh, plan. So as far as the DLC, so I have like hundreds of hours in the game off stream, obviously. I got it. Thanks. I have hundreds of hours off stream. So I was thinking about just like booting up one of my old characters and just playing through the DLC, which I totally could do. I have like a high level just mage character. I have a high level bow user, which is, I've heard bows are not great, but I enjoy playing bow. And so I was thinking about just, oh, and I have a blood build too that uses a polearm. I think it's a dual stancing polearm build. I can't remember. It's been like 6 months or so since I played it. But I'm thinking about doing a blind play on stream. The thing is if I do that, like, I'm gonna want to play more than just the time that I have to stream. So I don't know yet. I might do a little bit of both. But if I did start a playthrough, probably what I would do is I would start a new character for the stream and just see where it goes, like build up a character to start the DLC and probably just play the DLC on my own. That's probably what I would do. But I have not done it yet, but that is definitely on my list of things to do here. Okay, let's see where this is going.
I'm not in good shape, but I will follow you as long as I can.
We gotta head back to the dock. We'll get you healed up.
So
be it.
Do you have any potions?
I do not.
I don't have shit.
So I'm going to turn to the guy that I got tied up. Be like, okay, look. We just need a little bit of information.
What would you like to know?
What the hell happened? Why did your man betray us?
I can only guess. We were in the heart of combat. The tower, the last of the men inside were being slaughtered, and Grayford gave us the
I'm going to give this a couple minutes. It might be before this
Runs
part,
them
though,
back.
but I honestly can't remember.
because they could not be trusted. He's our captain. We listened. We obeyed.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
What
I'm
side you?
I'm gonna cut his hands free.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him.
Now, this is the section where... So, I already said minor spoilers for this episode. So, if you're not a big fan of spoilers, I apologize. But you're here. This is a section where Jokester... They had tied somebody up to interrogate him just briefly. And then they're pretending to let him go, and then they end up killing him. So let me go ahead and skip past some of this.
All right.
Would you like to update?
That's for posterity.
Did you declare steady aim?
Spelljammer terrain.
Yeah.
I've heard of Spelljammer ships. And honestly, I don't know too much about that because I don't have that source book. What is Spelljammer
did.
terrain?
That's the answer.
Head as he's getting to the top of the hill to go over the other side. Looks like she ogre lays the
Just let me dream.
seen this.
It's got to be before this.
Musical instrument of sorts
Yeah, okay, so it's before the section.
to add to my repertoire. But it's for a good reason. It's for battle.
Guidance?
Sweet.
Hope you liked the episode, Vexel.
Okay,
It was-
that's gonna be
It was one of those episodes where after we were done filming it, we felt really good about that. And as odd as this may or may not sound, I don't know. I don't know what your perspective is on it. Sometimes when we shoot, we're kind of like, man, that was okay. Sometimes I felt like, yeah, we could have done better. But like we were all on the same page for the last episode. Like we were all in a really good mood when we were done. It just felt like everything went well for us.
dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I think what I'm going to do here, this may be a short one today. It may be like a 30-second short. We're going to find where he blows the horn, and then we're going to look for some content leading up to that I can include in it.
So what exactly were you looking for? God.
The Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my mics.
So
I'm not aiming at the mics.
Pretty sure the mixer has it built.
Hey, Mike, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by.
Just saying.
so yes,
Put that pointed right at my ear. Like, please don't.
you do find a horn.
Doctor, we must join the others. To battle!
Yeah. All right, Ace Ventura.
If we don't break the GM at least one time per session, you know, what are we even doing here?
So that's probably where the end of the short's going to end. We'll see how much we got.
Definitely.
Yeah, see, I don't like my comment here. You threw me off so good, Mike. I had no idea what to say there.
One time per session. You know, what are we even doing here?
That was
Okay, so we're going to cut it there.
so
We don't want my commentary. Okay, it's the scene with the dragon. See, that's kind of the end marker. Let's just pull it back 5 minutes and see what we got going on there. So I'm just going to change this to 31.
Them all.
So we have this. Okay, yeah, I remember you playing this for the dragon. Okay, let's go back a little bit further, actually. Let's go back another 1, another 3 minutes.
going on.
Oh man, this was such a good sequence.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Obviously.
My loins are vibrating.
Okay. All right. Let's back it up a little bit further.
At least that they know of.
Captain Lundale's got it now.
The last guy is just
Let that sink in for a minute.
Oh, crap.
Want to leave that on simmer?
There was a lot of good material from this episode. I'm not trying to brag. I feel like we had, like I said, we just all felt good about this episode when we finished.
I'm gonna need a potions master, a whole laboratory kit.
See, this could be something, a different section. Vexel, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. You support us both here and on Patreon. Really appreciate it, my dude. Thanks.
Revivify on his penis.
You're gonna need a priest.
Well,
horrible.
you've helped me fix it before, so.
You're sick.
The last man is just begging for his life. Please, we were just
I think it's going to be hard to incorporate, because this scene kind of leads into the next scene.
orders.
Let's just see if there's a good way to transition this here.
Please.
Jokester, time up.
Yep, right on it.
And it's just
Well,
horrible.
you've helped me fix it before, so.
You're sick.
The last man.
Okay, so we're not going back further than this.
The last man is just begging for his life. Please, we were just following orders. Don't kill me, please.
Jokester, time up.
Yep, right on it. Pull
Ogre.
up my rope. Go to
Yes,
tie him up.
Nocturnal.
Sorry, Jokester, we cut you off. What?
I was just saying, I pull out my rope, go to tie him up. Do I need to roll for this?
No, he's not fighting. He's actually assisting you.
So, prism film that will change the color of your drinks? That sounds pretty cool.
He's doing everything he can.
That goes over the top.
Put your finger over here. All right, come.
Hold it here.
Right there, right there. All right.
All right, now put a sock in my mouth and pull my hair and.
Slap me across the face.
Spit in my mouth.
Wow, we really took that a little too far. You guys are sick. I'm ashamed to be a part of this group.
No, you're not.
And I have never been more turned on.
Too bad you weren't there to see this.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Burden, is something going on?
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Obviously.
My loins are vibrating. breathing. Something good is happening, Doctor.
I feel a hot dog
Something
between them
really
buns,
good.
huh?
That better be your axe digging into my hip.
My axes are up here. Thank you.
Prayed for the Underdark. My only experience with seeing the Underdark is from Baldur's Gate 3, but that sounds really cool. And thanks, Vexel. Appreciate it, man. You got caught up in a week? That's a hell of a binge. Wow. You know, I've actually gone back and watched, it wasn't, maybe like when we got to episode 25 or 26, I went back and watched all of our campaign from episode 1, and that took me a while. So the fact that you did it that quickly is pretty impressive. Train uses blacklight. That would, because you use like the glowing paints too, that would make sense. So you did a whole campaign in the Underdark. That's pretty awesome. I would love to actually visit the Underdark in our current campaign if it happens to come up. Although, again, this is a homebrew, so, but I'm sure Aaron has some variant that he's going to work with.
No.
Too much free time, or like you're listening to us while you do something else, right?
Good God.
That's smart though with the black light.
But I appreciate the
Quick,
comparison. I was just,
quick, cast impotence.
While this is going on, Doctor and Burton, you reach the down red dragon.
How long is this section? Mike, are you still in the chat? I want your opinion on something if you're here. If not, we may just go with what... Okay, so... so the horn section is really funny. But I'm thinking, because this ties together, and how long is this section here? This is like 2 minutes. Where they do the interrogation leading into you writing... Oh, actually, I would need to go back just to get a little bit more context where you're because I'm flying and you're riding on my back. I could find that, and that would lead into this section. So are you thinking we should do like the interrogation into our exchange, or should we focus on the horn?
so,
I don't know if I want to talk about this later.
so anyways, how does the dragon look?
The dragon's dead.
Oh.
Good.
So by twofer, you mean like a part 1 and a part 2? If I were to do that, I would do them in order. So I would probably do this one first. And then I would do... Let me see what's leading up to the horn.
One was a direct hit to its heart. The other one wasn't too far off. And female...
Because this is kind of a serious section. And while the horn is funny, it's a very small part here.
Built-in limit.
At least she knows.
But it's more like you playing... See, this would be like a short featuring you, where you're playing... I'm just going to play it out. Because you're singing to the dragon to get bardic inspiration.
Guy.
I'm going to send a message to Captain Lindell.
Can I give her bardic inspiration?
Yeah. What do you do?
Oh no.
Now I'm feeling a disturbance in the force.
And I'm flaccid.
God, that's so good.
Nocturnal. What the hell was that? Just had a shiver go up my spine.
Excellence. War. Huh. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Your revenge. Burn them all.
Producer, is he blowing out the mic?
Sounds fine.
Because you wish you had this kind of talent.
I'm green with envy.
And nausea.
Or nausea.
I come to find that's usually a bit of both.
I think you're right, Mike.
Mr. Brough, you don't have to say the quiet part loud.
Does he have to roll for this? Or is it just automatic?
No, it's automatic.
Oh, hell. Burn away.
She takes flight and she commences to burn things.
She burned that memory out of my head.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I have to send a message to Lindell. And this is the last time I can do this.
Let's skip the message.
Hill,
She comes back. Will assist if can.
Burden, more pirates are attacking your captain.
Her and she that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to see if I can find something.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Let's just say it's a musical instrument of sorts to add to my repertoire.
You said you made 39 Spelljammer ships on 3D Paint in 4 hours. I'm sorry, Shadows. Can you remind me, what is 3D Paint? That's software, right? That's a program. Do you intend on 3D printing stuff too? Because that sounds like a lot of ships for 4 hours. That's why I'm asking.
But it's for a good reason. It's for battle.
Guidance?
Sweet.
2D software. So you wouldn't use that for 3D printing then?
Okay.
Or I'm missing
that's gonna
something.
be- It's dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I'm fine. All is right with the
So
world.
What exactly were you looking for?
Two D and 3D. All right.
Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my mics.
Let me just see how long this section is.
Sorts to add to my repertoire. It's not on me anymore. But
Can make a 3D model or a 2D flat.
I will look around on the ground where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Your captain.
Yeah, no, I've already had her.
Burden, more pirates are attacking your captain. Your
Someone else. I will look.
Okay, let me mark this off too.
I will look around on the ground where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to see if I can find something.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Let's just say it's a
That's pretty
musical
smart.
instrument of sorts.
It gives you a little bit of
to add
flexibility
to
there,
my
it sounds like.
repertoire. But it's for a good reason. It's for battle.
guidance?
Sweet. Okay, that's going to be it's dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Hey, hero.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really count this as work, to be honest.
That's correct.
Well, okay. The streaming part is not
What
work.
exactly were you looking for?
The making the short is work. Honestly, we probably should have planned this out better. I probably should have taken today off. I mean, because I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. Who's going to be on social media, right? And so I was thinking maybe I should just play Elden Ring today. I'll get something started, and we'll see what happens.
God.
The Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my mics.
So
I'm not aiming at the mics.
Pretty sure the mixer has a built-in limiter. Just saying.
yes,
Get that pointed right at my ear. Like, please don't.
you do find a horn.
Doctor, we must join the others. To battle!
Hey, some ladies are into the man who dies frequently.
Ventura.
If we don't break the GM at least one time per session.
The Florence Nightingale
what are you
effect.
doing
So this is 2 minutes. But from this 2-minute clip, there's not... obviously, the horn section is really funny. God, this is such a tough call. I wish we had worked this out previously. That's all right. I think what we're going to do is we might do this section later. Honestly, this short could probably be like one of those really short ones, like 12 to 15 second shorts. And we haven't tried one of those yet. I could probably convince the rest of the guys that we should try one of those at some point. But we'll look at this section.
The last man is just begging for his life.
Okay, let me find the section where Burden is riding my back.
Okay, that's a hit.
It's happened before.
Nocturnal grabs hold of the guy on the light gurgle.
Yeah, I think it was before this.
Only shooting arrows about once every other turn. He's doing the best he can, but he's in the position. You can tell from your rolls are really good. You can
to the dragon?
Fine. I'll go with Nocturnal.
I take off running. Due
Okay.
south.
All right. The Lord Maldoon
Nocturnal goes that way. I'm going to activate Steps of Night. I'm going to fly. I can.
mobility leading the way. Actually, you leave him in the dust. Actually, if you do your mobility.
So Nocturnal goes that way. I'm going to activate Steps of Night. I'm going to fly. I can fly 80 feet around.
My phone does 2
So
shadows.
that's-
And as far as Baldur's Gate 3, it would be nice to have a group to play with. I just don't have time right now, unfortunately. If I get that kind of time, because I would love to play through a whole campaign with like a full squad. But I just don't have that kind of time right now.
fly 80 feet around.
But when I do, I might post something in our Discord and see if anyone else wants to do it.
So that's, and I can fly for a minute. So it'll take me 1 minute to get
To get there.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm flying straight to the dragon.
All right. And are you trying to take burden or
So that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm flying straight to the dragon.
All right.
Around.
Okay.
So that's, and I can fly for a minute. So it'll take me 1 minute to get
there?
So that's. So that's.
Do you have Baldur's Gate 3, Mike?
So that's what I'm doing. I'm flying straight to the dragon.
All right.
You know what Baldur's Gate is. I think you're spelling it wrong on purpose to troll me.
Trying to take burden or
Would he be able to ride?
Has he ever been able to ride?
Oh,
I mean,
oh.
I just want to know what's happening if he's just
Tit for tat, Mr. Burden.
Well, you already played D&D with us. Like, you might as well try it out. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is one ride I will not refuse.
all right. So you
Come on my
you
back,
piggyback
Mr.
on
Burden.
to the doctor.
I think you're right, Vexel. I think, honestly, that would be the easy thing to do today, would just be the horn part. Let me get these sections clipped, and then I'll decide.
On my back, Mr. Burden. I mean, hop on my back.
Oh, why not? We haven't shared a room in a while.
As soon as he hops on, I activate it and take off.
All right. So you guys are going due south.
Okay, so let me clip this section here. All right, so we're going to copy this. Okay, so this is the context needed for the first part of it.
The last man is just begging for his life. Please, we were just following orders. Don't kill me, please.
Jokester, time up.
Yep, right.
Honestly, I wish I had gotten into Baldur's Gate back when it was in like alpha. Because like you could buy it and then they would let you play like all the way through the first act, I think it was. before the game was finished. I wish I'd gotten into it then, but I bought it maybe like a month or two after release. But I have more hours in it than I'm proud to admit to. I think it's, if it's not 1,000, it's like probably over 700 or 800. It's got to be somewhere in that range.
Head on it. Pull
Okay.
up my rope.
And I'm not in the mood to play by myself because I've spent so much time in it. When I do play it again, I would like it to be with a group of people.
Go to
Yes,
time up.
Nocturnal.
Sorry, jokes. We cut you off. What?
I was just saying, I pulled out my rope. Go to time up. Do I need to roll for this?
No, he's not fighting. He's actually
That's a good
assisting
point, Vexel.
He's doing everything he can.
Oh,
But that goes over the top.
Put your finger over here. All right, come, hold.
Okay, so that's all that.
The down red dragon.
My axes are up here. Thank you.
Oh no! Good God!
But I appreciate the
Quick,
comparison. I just,
quick, cast impotent.
700, dude, like we're on the same level then. I gotta be somewhere in that range.
While this is going on, Doctor and Burton, you reach the down red dragon.
Okay, I think that's good enough. You know what, Vexel? No one is here to argue with me. I think you may have convinced me to do the shorter one for today. It's a holiday, right? I shouldn't be doing this all day. I don't think anyone should begrudge me that. Let me just get these ready. You agree too, Hero? If I finish this quickly, I might stream for I might stream some Elden Ring. We'll see.
I will look around on the ground where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to see if I can find something.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Let's just say it's a musical instrument of sorts to add to my repertoire. But it's for a good reason. It's for battle.
Guidance.
Sweet.
So what exactly were
Correct.
you looking for?
I was actually looking at builds last night and the night before.
The Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my.
I mean, I know how to do the
lights.
bow build. I could do it again,
So
I'm not
but I
able to
was
come
trying out
Pretty sure
the.
mixer has a built-in limiter.
I can't remember the name of the item, but you get it in Caelid, where it's the fist build, but it has like fire on it. I was playing that one.
Just saying.
yes,
Put that pointed right at my ear. Like,
So the fist build is like really good. So I don't know if you watched Nizer GG. He does videos on YouTube, and that's where I get a lot of my builds from that I try out. Because I value my time, but I like playing video games, and so I'm okay with spoiling stuff for myself if I can have like a decent build. Excuse me, a decent build and enjoy the game. I know Chris is one of those people that likes to go in completely blind, figure everything out, and then it takes hours and hours just to get something online that doesn't suck and is fun to play with. I like to skip that process, get a build online, and then enjoy the rest of the content kind of blind. But I watched a lot of his videos for builds, and I think he did one on the bow build. He did one on the fist build. I can't remember what he calls it. And then I also used his Dark Moon build. So I had another character that was high level. It was a Dark Moon build where you have the Dark Moon Greatsword, and then you use it's that really massive spell that does, I think, frost damage. That one worked out pretty well too.
you do find a horn.
Doctor,
So what I was saying with the fist build, it's good on like smaller enemies, double fist attack. That's kind of what you're doing like the whole time. It's a good build for smaller enemies or like bigger stuff. It's just really hard to hit them, and it gets kind of frustrating. So I was trying it out to see if I would like it. I might just do the bow build because I know I enjoy that, and it doesn't matter the size of the enemy. Like you can hit them with the bow from anywhere.
we must join the others. To battle!
Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna need context for this. At least a little bit. Let's drop this in over here. I'm gonna paste it here. We'll just move these down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna copy this. That way I still have the template. Okay, so we'll move this over. I'm gonna turn the music off here. Excuse me. Yeah, so the DLC, I want to take like a busted build into it and just kind of like explore. That I kind of want to do blind. But yeah, I know there's some good items in there. I've had some spoilers, so I know there's some really good stuff in there. Let me move this over here. We're just gonna do a short today. Who wears short shorts? Mike wears short shorts. From what I hear, allegedly.
I will look around on the ground where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna see if I can find something.
Okay. What are you looking for?
They do talk about the Artificer. I don't know if you're into modding or not, but on Nexus there is a mod that has the Artificer class. If that's something that you really want in your game, you can do it.
Let's just say it's a musical instrument of sorts to add to my repertoire.
I thought that your chaps were more of a tactical choice, Mike.
But it's for a good reason. It's for battle.
Guidance?
Sweet. Okay, that's going to be dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have that joke. I wanted to make sure we had at least 2 jokes in here if it's going to be very short.
Correct.
So what exactly were you looking for? God.
The Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my mics.
So
Honestly, we might have enough for 30 seconds here.
I'm not
We'll
aiming at the
see.
mics.
Pretty sure
I'll do it 30 seconds short if we have the material
the
for
mixer
it.
has a built-in limiter. Just saying.
so yes.
Get that pointed right at my ear. Like,
You know what? People say the bow build isn't good, and I think the reason for that is because it doesn't do the kind of damage and AoE damage that other builds do. And granted, like walking into a room and just destroying everything is super OP. But what I like about the bow build is that it still feels like you're not overpowered, but you can still do stuff to the enemy by being like far away and taking shots. Plus the bow build that I use, like you have to move around a lot. Like you can't just stand and snipe everyone. Like you're still in combat, like, cause you're combat rolling constantly, but you're still using the bow.
please don't.
You do find a horn?
Doctor, we must join the others. To battle!
Actually, I think we have 30 seconds worth here. Okay, so I'm going to start chopping this up. So let me go ahead and hide this. I think the longest parts are probably going to be getting the AI voice and everything else. I think we can do this pretty good here, pretty quickly.
I will look around on the ground where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
I will look around on the ground where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see if I can find. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see. I'm going to see. And I'm going to.
Okay, I think this might sound good together.
I will look, and I'm going to see if I can find something.
Okay, nope.
What are you looking for?
Let's just say it's a musical instrument. And I'm going to see if I can find something. I will, and I'm going to see if I
Actually, I can probably cut this part.
And I'm gonna see if I can find. And I'm gonna see if I can find something. And I'm gonna see if I can find something.
Okay, we'll leave that there for right now.
What are you looking for? What are you?
I'll probably end up chopping some of this, but I need to get started, so let's see what this sounds like.
And I'm gonna see if I can find something.
What are you looking for?
Let's just say it's a music. Let's just say it's. Let's just say it's. Let's just say. Let's just say. And I'm gonna see if I can find something.
What are you looking for?
It's a musical instrument of sorts to add to my repertoire. Add to my repertoire.
We don't need that line.
But it's for a good reason. It's for battle. It's for battle. It's for battle. It's for battle. It's for battle.
Okay. So let me delete this out. This might go 30 seconds. I think we're going to be okay. I'm still going to do, this is the rough cut, so I'm still going to do all the trimming and everything. But just so we can get kind of something in place here. Aslan posted a video on the Bloodborne mod. I watch a lot of his content, actually. I don't agree with everything he says, but he seems to be level-headed about a lot of things. Plus, he's pretty entertaining.
And I'm gonna see if I can find something.
What are you looking for?
It's a musical instrument. It's for battle.
Guidance? Guidance?
I probably won't use that.
Okay, that's gonna be. It's dirty.
Actually, I might need the guidance line because Aaron didn't actually ask for a roll.
Sweet. Okay, that's gonna be.
Let me grab the roll
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Probably won't use it, but just in case.
Okay, that's gonna be. It's dirty. 20. Dirty.
Mike's dirty digits.
And I'm gonna see if I can find something.
What are you looking for?
It's a musical instrument. It's for battle.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
So wuss.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna trim that, but I don't know what part of that I'm gonna use yet, so I'm just gonna clip it there and see what we use.
So what exactly were you looking for?
Okay, I have to include this though.
So what? So what exactly were you looking for?
Okay, keep that. We gotta have like Mike dramatically pulling the horn from off camera. Hey Parma, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you here. Okay, so we'll start it right about here.
What exactly were you looking for?
And again, I don't know how much of this I'm going to use. I'm going to clip the whole thing.
The Horn of Gondor. Please don't blow out my mics. Horn of Gondor. Horn of Gondor.
We don't need the comments about blowing
Please
out the
don't blow
mics.
out my mics.
So
I'm not aiming at the mics.
Pretty sure the mixer has a built-in limiter.
A can of energy drink, you say? Actually, let me... Oh, fucking green screen. Anyway, this is the my favorite monster. It is Mango Loco. I love Mango Loco.
Aiming at the mics.
I know it's probably destroying my heart from the inside, but it just tastes so good.
Pretty sure the mixer has a built-in.
Please don't blow out my.
You know what? You are correct. Monster, if you happen to be watching this, I drink a lot of Monster. I won't talk bad about your product. I will drink it on camera during the show, during our main episodes, if you would so desire for me to do that.
Please don't blow out my mics.
But only because I really enjoy it. If I thought it sucked, then I wouldn't do it.
So
I'm not aiming at the mics.
Pretty sure the mixer.
Please don't blow out my mics.
so
I'm not aiming at the mics.
Pretty sure the mixer has a built-in limiter.
So we can cut all this, obviously.
Shit.
Well, that is a funny gesture. We're cutting out the context, so we're not going to include that.
yes.
Put that pointed right at my ear. Like, please don't.
You do find a horn? Find a horn? You
We don't even need this. We've already established that he has
do
the horn.
Find a horn?
Doctor, we must join the others. Doctor.
I'm probably not going to use where he says doctor, but I'm just cutting it here for right now. Oh, I think we're going to get a 30-second short out of this. This is good.
Doctor, we must join the others. To battle!
So the way I envision this scene going is we're going to start, like, we're going to zoom in on Mike while he's blowing the horn. And because the horn blow lasts for so long, I can jump to each different camera position and show people's reactions.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clint, we're not including this.
Yeah.
Honestly, Parma, we could do that sooner rather than later, maybe. There are a couple supercuts that I would like to happen. I don't want to be the one to make them, though, to be completely honest with you. I do most of the editing. I do the vast majority of the editing. Clint helps with some of the videos. But, like, it just takes so long to get done what we have to get done.
Yeah.
All right, Ace Ventura.
If we don't break the GM...
All right, Ace Ventura.
Okay, so we want this part too.
If we don't break the GM at least one time per session, you know, what are we even doing here?
My lord.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we have literally all the footage that we need here. So let me start doing the more clean cut.
And I'm going to see if I can find something.
What are you looking for?
It's a musical instrument. And I'm going to see if I can find... And I'm going to see if I can find... And I'm going to see if I can find something. It's a musical... It's a musical... A musical instrument. A musical...
I'm trying to see if I can do like frame perfect cuts here so I can avoid a lot of this, but we'll see.
A musical instrument.
Okay.
A musical instrument.
Okay, so that sounds good.
And I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay, I'm gonna save this real quick. I'm going to copy this off to the side so I don't lose it. And I'm gonna delete some of this in here.
And I'm going to see if I can find...
So I can delete this. Then I'll move everything down here.
And I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument. A musical instrument. And I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
I think that's okay. Are you working on something, Mike? I know you'd mentioned it, but I don't know if you were still working on anything or not. Also, I didn't want to give away any spoilers. That's why I didn't mention it.
And I'm going to see if I can find...
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to tell people in chat if you want to. I didn't want to say anything if, like, the plans had changed.
And I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument. It's for battle. It's for battle. It's for battle. It's for battle.
Okay, I think that's good. He cut the end his sentence. It sounds normal.
And I'm going to...
I can try and get rid of and. I did think about that, but I wasn't sure if that was something that I could successfully do, but we'll try it. Okay, save that. Actually, let me turn off the video while I do this. I can get it more accurate without the video on.
And I'm going to see... And I'm going to...
Okay. Let's move it in 2 frames.
I'm going to...
Okay, we'll try 2 more frames.
I'm going to see if I... I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay. I think that works.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So what are you doing? There we go. Delete. I'll turn the video back on while I do this. No, I appreciate it. I had thought about it. Sometimes it's hard to get those frame perfect cuts. And sometimes the time you put into them isn't worth what they sound like when you succeed in quotes. But this one sounds okay, I think.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical... I'm going to see if I can find a musical...
Actually, I'm going to try and add a frame back into here. Because we're cutting the D a little short in find. So let me see if I can add a frame back in here.
I'm going to see if I can find a music... I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Oh man, Parmo. You know, Clint really started something. Something we neither wanted nor needed.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical...
Okay, we might have it. Actually, I can just move these together here.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument. I'm going to see if I can find a musical...
See what I mean though about like when you're trying to get it frame perfect? Like it adds a lot. And really, honestly, realistically, how many times do people watch these videos? If it's once, would they even notice? Like they'll notice if it sounds bad, but if it sounds okay or good, no one's going to notice.
I'm going to see if I can find some music. I'm going to see if I can find some musical instrument.
Okay, I actually liked it better when the with less. I liked it better with less D. Let that sink in for a moment.
I'm going to see if I can find some musical.
Okay, yeah, I think it was better with one fewer frame here. Okay, we're gonna see what this sounds like, and if it's okay, we're just gonna move on.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical. I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay, yeah, that's good. We're just gonna move on here. Let me highlight all this, move it down.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument. It's for battle.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
It's for battle. I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
I don't think we need the it's for battle, so I'm going to cut this.
Guidance? Guidance?
We might not use the roll. I'll see.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 plus 1. Dirty.
I'm worried about if I chop this too much, if it's gonna look weird on camera.
Dirty 20.
How long is this clip?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Sometimes it's good to measure out the clips to see how long they're lasting. I haven't made a measurement DALL-E yet. It's about 2 1/3 seconds long. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is, because I have the full section over that I saved anyway, I think I'm going to chop it and see if I like it, and if not, I'll bring in the other one. I agree with the dice roll since he calls the roll right after. Yeah, I don't think we'll need it. My goal is to land probably in the 30-second range. I doubt we're going to get down to 12, but we'll see what it sounds like here.
Dirty 20. Dirty.
Actually, I was going to chop it.
Dirty.
You can watch my video card die right before your eyes. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Actually,
Dirty 20 plus 1.
that's not too bad.
Dirty 20 plus 1. Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, I think that'll be fine.
So 20. So this.
Okay, so we'll bring Aaron right here.
20 plus 1.
So 21. So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay, what part of this?
21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
That is a funny sequence of sounds there.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll cut this part. Probably going to cut to Aaron here. So I'm trimming this just to sound. I do that a lot for laughter. I can't explain it, but sometimes a laugh just sounds right, especially in short form content. You can tell when the laugh is lasting too long, but also if it's too short. And I do measure them occasionally. Like this is probably maybe a second, maybe a second and a half. But I do find that listening to it is really helpful. Because people are going to be watching it anyways. They're not going to be paying attention to this much detail. So yeah, it's about a second. So what I might even just... No, I'm not going to change it. The thing is because it's hard to track things with your eyes and your mind, you don't want clips to be too short. So going shorter than a second is risky. So I might add some frames back in, but we're going to leave it like this for right now.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Okay, so we're cutting all of that.
What exactly were you looking for?
Actually. Also, you want it to appear like it's dialogue, which is why I'm kind of not sure about this opening section, but you want to go back and forth between people. You don't want to have too much time focusing on one person's dialogue.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Okay, so yeah, I already cut that section. Okay, so
I'm going to see if I can
I think
find
that'll
a
be okay.
musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
I don't know if I'm going to use some of this or not. I do want to use Aaron's laughter here.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Because we're transitioning into a line from Aaron, though, I think I need something from here.
What exactly were you looking for?
That's correct.
I think I might use, because Mike saying that's correct might be too short.
That's correct.
But with Chris Nocturnal having that line, it might make it long enough. So I will do that for right now.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. I'm happy with cutting the rest of that. Okay, we are making some good progress here.
What exactly were you looking for? What exactly were you looking for?
Let me turn the video off for this real quick.
What exactly were you looking for? What exactly were you looking for? What exactly were you looking for? What exactly were you looking for?
That's good. Okay, now I need to think about this. So how much of this grabbing the horn do I want? So I'm thinking we'll do it in 2 shots. One pulling it off to this from the side there.
God. God.
And then one after he's already got it into position.
God.
So maybe grabbing the horn, handing it off to himself. Clint is not here to revel in your comments, Parmo. Because he would be totally joining in with you. Okay, so that part. Maybe right about here. Okay.
God.
Okay, so that will be the end of it. Also, with this section, I don't have to show all of it. And the shots can probably be shorter than a second if need be, because the whole context is there. Like, he's grabbing the horn, he's putting in his other hand. And then he's just settling into position with it. Okay, so probably right about there. So we can delete this. Okay, so let's see what this looks like together. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pulling it to the side. Oh Lord, what are we gonna do with you guys? And I don't blame you. It's totally Clint's fault. It's totally his fault. Okay, I like that. I might adjust it a little bit, but we're definitely in position there. Shadows, I made a comment about that during one of the games. Was it? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I've made those comments before though. Like, just in general, I've made those comments.
God.
I did? Okay. I could have swore I did.
The Horn of Gondor. Horn of the Horn.
We're gonna keep. We'll probably keep the Horn of Gondor comment also. Honestly, I think we're on track here to land right in the butter zone with the horn sounds. I think we're doing good here.
Doctor, we must join the others. To battle! Doctor, we must join the others. To battle!
So I think the plan was to do Ready to Rumble. We kind of, so initially when we started this, it was like we wanted to watch bad movies or how do I say this? Movies that don't require a lot of attention. That way, because when we're in voice chat, you know, we're talking to each other, and how much of the movie we're actually watching, probably not much of it. So they wanted to do Ready to Rumble. Plus, I guess some people are into wrestling in our group, so they already planned on that. But we will be taking suggestions for like future movie nights. So in the suggestion section in our Discord, if there's some movies that you're interested in recommending, you're welcome to do that. And then you could even say that I told you on stream. But for tomorrow, it's going to probably be Ready to Rumble or another wrestling movie. Okay, well then you'll appreciate it then. That's good. I'm not super into wrestling, but I'm willing to sit through it.
Doctor, we must join the others.
Okay, so I can cut all that. Okay, so we'll get to battle.
To battle! To battle! To battle! To battle!
Okay, and then we're going to have a little bit leading up to him blowing the horn. Okay, so this might be one of those where I measure it, so it's not too many frames leading into the sound. Okay, so the sound starts right about there. So we're going to change this. We'll try 1/4 of a second and see what it looks like. So I'm going to cut this. And we'll move it down.
To battle!
I think that was too fast. Okay, I think that was a bit too fast. Okay, so I'll just add another 1/4 second here. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
To battle!
I kind of want to create a little bit more tension than that. Okay, let's try 3/4 of a second.
To battle! To battle!
All right, it might be a whole second. which is odd. I don't do that very often.
To battle.
Yes. Sometimes you just know. Okay. All right, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to see what we have so far. And yeah, we're looking like we're going to hit the goal here.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle.
Okay, so here's what I want to do with this. Like I said, I want to jump to everyone's... While the sound is still going, I want to jump to everyone's expression. So we're going to do a little bit of Mike here in the beginning. Shut it! Although Mike would probably appreciate that. We're going to show Mike here a little bit in the beginning. I think I want to like dramatically zoom in on him while he's blowing the horn. So maybe I'm thinking like 90 seconds to 90 frames, which would be a second and a half. So I'm thinking a second and a half to 2 seconds here. 2 seconds, it sounds right. So let me change this to 2 seconds here. And let's just see how long it is. Although, given that everyone is starting to react this quickly, I might have to cut it shorter. Print out a flyer of the YouTube intro pic in your buddy's RPG store. He watches too. They get new players there more than any other store. Frontline Games. The owner is all about the money, so I like my buddy's store a lot more. It's more inviting and not like that the customer is just a number in his pocket. Yeah. I think that's something that's missing from a lot of like people selling you stuff, especially when it's a hobby. Like if you're gonna participate in monetizing something that's a hobby, I feel like you should be into that hobby. I could be wrong about that, but I think if you're into it, then you provide better customer service and a better product. Okay, I think that is where we're going to go. So let's see how long this is. I'll clip it so I'll know where that spot is. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let him know that you're into it too. So this is like where Aaron really starts to lose it, is right at that spot. Come on now. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. So let me... So this will be one shot of Mike here. Okay. So for everyone else, I want to go to everybody. So we're going to change this. Yeah, I think a second and a half is going to be about right. Okay, so that would be 1, 2. So this is hypothetically at this point. I don't know who I'm going to have where. So Aaron, Chris, Clint, and me. Let's see how much this we get. Okay, so I think I want Chris last. I want Clint second to last. Me. Okay, so this is going to be Aaron. This is going to be Nat. This is going to be Clint. That way I don't forget. And this is going to be Chris. And then I need to cut to Mike when the sound ends. So right about there, maybe? See, how long is this section? That's a 1.5 seconds. Okay, that's good. So we can cut there. That could be the group shot. Got hired from the mental health office on Fort Campbell while working at a warrior con. Same as a Comic-Con on base. So you make the soldiers free items for players as well as make the profit for the terrain and props. Well, that's really nice of you to do that. It's really awesome. So it's like you're incorporating both, like, because you come from a military background, so helping them, but you know, giving back, but also from your hobby, which I think is pretty sweet. Okay.
If we don't break the GM at least one.
Okay, so I need to get this line, and then I think we're going to have the rough cut done.
If we don't break the GM. If we don't break the GM at least one time per session. You know, what are we even doing here? If we don't break the GM, 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 if we don't break the GM at least one time per session. You know, what are we even doing here?
Okay, I'm going to cut all that out. It's not necessary.
If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing? What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here?
Okay, I think we've got it. Okay, so I need to cut this. So we can delete this. We're going to move this down. Looks like we're a little over, but I can probably fix this. Okay, but let's see what we got.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle! If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
Okay, we're really close. So I think I am going to cut the dice roll.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Okay, so we don't need that. We really don't. That should get us really close. Let me grab these while I move all the rest of this stuff. Crap. That will work. Okay, I didn't realize I could do it that way, but that's good to know. So move that down, and where does that put us here? Okay, let me play this again. I can trim some of this. My dad was all about giving back as the exalted ruler at his Elks Lodge. So it's somewhere in the blood. Elks Lodge. I haven't heard that in a long time. I think it was... God, I can't remember. I have a family member who's, I think, father or grandfather was a member of the Elks Lodge, or went to the Elks Lodge. You unlocked a memory, but it's like it's fuzzy. It's not all there.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I don't know if I'm going to use that laugh.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21. So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
He honestly voted for 2 years, 2020 to 2022, before he passed 2023. Okay. Well, I mean, that's awesome. They must have really appreciated the work that he did for the Elks Lodge.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, we're going to cut this. I think that breaks the flow more than anything else here. And I might even trim a little bit more, so we still have room to play with here. Second home, so he was there quite a bit then. Probably had some lifelong buddies that were there with him. Can hide that too. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle. If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
I think we got it. We're definitely within the range here. Let me delete this. I'm going to clean this up just a hair. Oh, I got to do the AI voice too. Shit. Means I'm going to have to trim it just a little bit more too. Do what you love and love what you do. You love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I would love to do this type of thing. And have it make me financially stable. That would be incredible. Because then you're right, like I could just do this, enjoy it, put out good content, and not have to worry about the other stuff. Like working to live is just a huge hassle. I'd rather work as I live, if that makes sense. Okay, I desperately have to use the restroom. So I'm going to grab a drink too while I'm up. So I'm going to take maybe about a 10 to 12 minute break. So I'm going to throw on one of our shorts while I do this. Let me pull one up here. Then I will go take the break and then we'll come back and finish this thing. Honestly, we're doing pretty good on time. I still need to clean up a little bit and do the AI voice, which is not a huge issue here. So let me pull up our playlist. There it is. Oops. See, this is long.
At Mint Mobile,
All right, so let me mute the commercial so y'all don't have to deal with that. Okay, we're gonna unmute that. Okay, let me get this set up. So we'll turn on the BRB. And I think we're good to go. All right, I will be back in just a minute.
Greyford steps out. You see the massive figure of the ogre, your traveling companion, just grab him by his head and squeeze. And he throws him overboard.
What the hell?
And he comes in for Captain Elroy.
Oh shit.
Is this the ogre that they're traveling with?
Yes.
I have not met the guy yet.
No, you have
I
not.
have no idea who this dude is.
So you guys have an action that you may take before he grabs a hold of Captain Elroy.
So we saw this?
Oh yes, he did it right as he stepped out of the door.
Whose head did he smash?
Captain Greyford.
Holy crap.
I can't believe that the enslaved ogre is trying to kill enslavers. Shock.
This is on y'all. Not me. I didn't know this guy was here.
Well, I'm going to plead with the ogre to stop before taking an action.
Do a persuasion.
Did I see this?
Jokester? Yeah.
No, everything.
Oh yeah, so far you're seeing everything. Nothing's being hidden.
I gotta use my shadow tentacles.
Okay.
All 6 of them.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, his chances get worse with each one.
That,
if I do
that
all of
come a
them.
whole. Each successful grab. Yeah.
That'd be a 22.
Okay. So he briefly stops and he looks at you. He says, "Some of them must die."
This couldn't have waited till after. Kind of need them.
I need not them.
Screw it. I'm going all 6 tentacles.
Okay.
It should be a dex check on him.
Yep.
Oh wait, I don't roll anything.
No.
He's
no.
got to do it.
Yep.
All 6. I want 2 hands, 2 legs, round body, round neck if possible.
So, 3 of them take hold. You have
So I'm gonna
an arm,
summon up.
a
shadow
neck,
tentacles.
and a leg.
I get to summon them up and kind of control them to wrap around him.
Okay. So it's around his neck, around his left arm, and his right leg is currently held.
I'm gonna hold him there in place.
Okay.
Dr. Straw, who the hell is this guy?
What time is it now?
It is after the meeting. It's about 8 in the evening.
8 in the evening?
Mhm.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna dive off the edge of the ship.
Okay.
What a twist.
So as you yell to Dr. Straw beelines it to the edge of the ship and just
What the fuck, man?
In midair, I'm gonna activate my ability where I can fly.
okay.
Oh, thank God.
You don't see it though.
You don't see it.
Okay.
This is player knowledge.
Yeah.
Player
I'm
confusion.
trying to find where the body went.
Okay. So the time that it took you to run and jump over the edge, you see the body as it splashes into the water about 500-600 feet down.
Okay, so I'm flying towards where it went to the water.
Okay.
I mean, splatter onto the water. God.
Gilmore's got a friend.
I'm not letting this happen twice. I didn't know about the other one.
Hashtag justice for Gilmore.
Are you doing anything, Burden? You see these
Morons.
black tentacles come up out of the
Hold on.
floor
Hold
and grab
on.
a hold of this ogre?
He's with us. He's with us.
Still not let him go.
That's fine. Hold him there while I talk to him and convince him not to kill everybody.
Be my fucking guest. Care to hurry it up?
Sure.
Yeah, no, I think we're past that. The others are going to want to kill him anyways now.
And they do have their weapons drawn.
So, yeah.
Well, that was
Done
my
is
plan.
done.
I'm out.
I'm gonna pull my fucking daggers out.
I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
Okay.
You've got them tied up.
So you guys are going to go after the ogre?
Oh, yeah.
He
All
gets
right.
strength checks to
Ini-
break out. Might want to wrap this up.
Initiative rolls.
Do I still roll initiative, or am I just kind of...
No, I need to know where you are.
Do I still roll initiative if I'm sitting back?
21.
If you're not doing anything, then no.
21.
Okay.
You can always,
22.
you can always roll and be put into the order in case you decide to do something.
What was
Okay.
it, Nocturne?
23.
23?
Six.
Well done.
Oh, I'm flying, but I'll roll. Nat 1 for 0.
Wow.
If you left a burden.
Thank you, Doctor. My self-esteem is through the roof. I don't feel so bad now.
Anything for you, good buddy.
So they told me that he belongs with them, right?
Yes.
Y'all need to control your friend now, or I'm putting him down.
Oh, I'm gonna do more than control them.
Well, I tried. I got the highest persuasion in the group, but somebody already took a crack at it.
Choose the next level. Play now.
Cook Unity is a direct-to-chef marketplace. Choose from hundreds of weekly menu items. Cook Unity, real food from real chefs, delivered fresh. Visit cookunity.com/TV for 50% off your first week.
So, the lineup.
All right, I am back. Sorry about the ad roll. I didn't realize I was going to do that. Let's here we go. Hey, William, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We are in the midst of working on a short. I have some water here. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Okay, I was thinking about it while I was taking my break. So let me move this down. And I have an idea for the AI voice. So let me, you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it. Gonna open up my other web browser. How's your day going, William? I'm gonna do, let's see. When a bard goes to war. You like DaVinci too, huh? That's what we do all of our videos in, is in DaVinci. Actually, let me, while I'm doing this, I'll pull up the larger cam here. So, when a bard goes to war, let's see what this sounds like. All right, I think that's good. So let me go ahead and download this. All right, I have to have my folders open here. So there's my downloads folder. I'm going to have to find my AI voice folder that I drop it into. Took a step outside and it is so hot. What is the temperature up to right now? What temperature is it? Still 98. Still 98 degrees outside, but it feels hotter than that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this over. So I'm just going to call it war. I'm going to move this into my folder. Okay. And then we're just going to switch back to DaVinci here, drop it in the timeline like so. I'm going to trim it, obviously.
When a bard goes to war.
Okay. So I can see the waveform here. 85 in eastern Ohio. Humidity is like breathing chicken noodle soup. I used to live in the Midwest. And around those Great Lakes, it does get pretty humid. Maybe right here?
When a bard goes to war. War.
All right, so we'll chop all this off. All right. Move this down, drag this up so it's hidden again. Okay, now let's see how badly I screwed myself here. I didn't take into account the AI voice when I was setting this up, but that's okay. I'm sure there's stuff that we can trim here. How far over are we? Okay, I think that's still workable. When I see long sections like this, let's see. I could even shorter cuts there, but I don't think I want to do that. I'll find somewhere else to trim from. I think it'll be fine.
When a bard goes to war.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What? So 21?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
So 21?
Mm-hmm.
I can cut this here. Let's move this down. Oh, God. Hero, where were you 2 minutes ago? I think I just throw the word epic in there and we've got it. Okay, let's try that. That is good enough where I'm gonna stop what I'm doing. No, you're fine. That's good enough where I'm gonna stop what I'm doing here and go back to that. Okay. I'll make both and we'll see what works out. So let me open my web browser back up. Okay. So how did you word it? A bard. Okay. So we're gonna throw the word epic in there. A bard's epic war cry. Let's see what this sounds like. Nope, not Warcree. All right, let's try again. Hero, my dude, thank you so much. I think that's better. I think that is a lot better. Okay, let's get this into the file here. All right, time to move everything back down again. It's all good. Getting good suggestions like that are really appreciated. Okay. Go back to the downloads folder. We're just going to call it War 2. Where's my AI voice folder? Okay. All right, so short War 2. All right. Move this into my AI voice folder. And we'll drag it into the timeline. It's a little bit longer, but you know what? I think it's worth working with here. Or at least it might be a little bit longer. Let's see. Okay, I think that's fine. So I can just get rid of that. And right about there. Okay, I'm going to hang on to this other one just in case. I'd rather still have it and not need it than delete it and be like, shit, I need to do it again. So I'll just move it over here for right now. Okay. Let's move everything back into position. I did not know I could do that. That was a good thing to learn today. Just grab that and just move everything down. Okay, let's see what it sounds like now. I'm going to turn some of these back on. Save it. Yeah, Hero, I think this is what we're going with today. I'm just going to fix this right here while I'm looking at it. I think that's good. You know, William. Okay, so before I keep calling you William, is there something you prefer to be called? I had a friend who went by William and he hated being called Will. So I don't want to call you Will if you absolutely hate it. But saying William every time, I will do it if that's your preference. I'm trying to save some syllables here. All right. Will it is then. I will not say the third word that you wrote there. It's funny. I'm guessing there's some trauma related to those movies from the 90s, right? I can only imagine what you had to go through. Yep, I won't tell him. I don't even think he's in the stream today, so I think you're good. He might be lurking, but I honestly don't know. All right. I do need to trim this a little bit, though. How long is this section? I'm thinking I might trim from here, because this was going to be my group shot. See, this is 3 seconds. Yeah, that's too long. Yeah, we'll set this up for 2 seconds, and that should be perfect, I think. That might get us into the butter zone here. Okay, so we're gonna set this for 2. Oh, I think so. Save this. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Save it. I'll pull this off to the side so it's not there. Okay, let's see what it sounds and looks like now. I think we got it. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to watch it without the video on and do a little like cleaning up some of the shots here, just, you know, for the audio. And then we'll move on to the fun part. Oops, that's too far. I think I'll leave these. Actually, I think I need to turn on the video for these. We'll leave those like they are. Okay, I think that clip is fine. Okay, these are the 3 where he grabs the horn. Which I'm going to do a zoom shot there, so those are all fine. Okay, I think that one's fine too. I think I actually need a little bit of space there. Let me get these lined up again real quick. Let me see what he says right before that. I feel like I need a little bit of space leading into where he says to battle. We'll just move this down and see. Save it. All right, I'm actually going to move the measuring stick there so I can remember where that cut was. I'm going to turn this on so I can see it. Get a little bit more. I kind of like that because he's gesturing like the horn up and then to battle. Okay, so if it still fits in the timeline here, we'll leave it like that. Let's go ahead and move it back into position. Okay. Okay, we're a little over. I could do just where where the hand is coming down. So we'll trim this. I can always cut a little bit of the lead into the actual horn blow. Although that did feel right when I had timed it out earlier, but we'll see here. I think we're in anyway. Oh yeah, okay, then we're fine. So let's move these back into position. Okay, I'm gonna watch it one more time just to make sure that it still looks good here. I like it. Okay, let me just go back to doing the final adjustment here. Okay, I want to keep all of that. Okay. We're good. I don't plan on clipping it anymore. So now we get to the fun part. Also, I'm going to pull up our TikTok page real quick, because I want to see... Oh shit, no one told me we're on me! That's alright, don't worry about it. As you can tell, scuff stream, noob streamer. It's alright. I was doing all that editing, and no one got to see it. That's okay. I'll be fine. Okay. Fuck, what was I doing? Oh, I want to see who was on the last thumbnail. So I'm going to leave it like this so I don't screw this up again. So I'm going to just pull up our TikTok page here real quick. I know y'all can't see it, but that is perfectly fine. Okay, so it looks like Nocturnal is on the last... Well, they did focus on him. He was on the last 3 shorts that we did. No, William, if you see me doing something stupid like that, please let me know. Like, yeah, I can't see the editing. I mean, you got a close-up of all my expressions while I was doing stuff, but it's all good. Okay. So, I think we're going to put Mikey on the thumbnail for this one. So we're just going to do your standard zoom here. And yes, I have all these numbers memorized because I use them all the time. We're going to unlink this. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument. I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay, we're going to zoom in on when he says a musical instrument. And it's not going to be a huge zoom. So somewhere in this realm, probably. And zoom in just a little bit more here. All right, we'll drop this down. Okay, I have a lot of room to work with there, so not to worry about the black bar. Also, I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but Mike is always leaning to one side. Like all the time. If you go back and look at all of our shorts, like he's almost always leaning to one side. You noticed? Yeah, he does. And so like making the short, like lining stuff up is a little bit weirder with him because like his body's over here and his head's over here. So it's kind of like, that's probably the best I'm going to get. Let me look at this one too. Okay, so he looks fine there, but zoomed in, it's more noticeable apparently. So let's see what this looks like.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument. A musical instrument.
Guidance.
Okay, so we'll cut to me. Actually, we'll do 10 for mine also. Also, I'm going to have to include the rain sound effects. When we did shorts before, I think it was during the troll fights. And because it's raining, it's not going to sound right if you can't hear the rain. Like, it'll look funny if there's no rain sound effects. And I don't think I have any, because I created a new template. So I don't think I have the rain sound effects anymore, but let me double check here. I do have the rain sounds. Okay, we're just going to drop these in now. I'm deciding on whether or not I want to include them through the AI voice or not. I don't think so. Okay, so let's bring in the rain. And as you can see, it's quite a long sound that we use. There's also the same rain sound effects that we use for the main episodes. So let me just trim this because I won't need any more. Okay, that way we can kind of hear it and get a feel for the short as we're creating it.
A bard's epic.
I'm also going to turn the music on just to kind of get a feel for the intro. I don't normally do that, but I kind of want to hear it today. No, we're not using that one.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
That's my video card dying, by the way.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle. If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
Okay, I like it. We're going to go with that song. I'm going to turn it off for now, though, so we don't have to hear it the entire time. All right, but we're making excellent progress. Give me just a second here. Just responding to a message. Da, 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 da. Okay.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1. Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, so for this, obviously we're on mic. We'll start with 10 and see what this looks like. Pretty close there. And he's leaning over for the shot, so.
Dirty Dirty 20 plus 1. Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, so his head is moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift it just a little bit.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Probably just a little bit more. That's weird. Minus 3541. What? Minus 3540. I don't know how they end up different. But that's whatever. Okay, so we'll shift it just a little bit more to the right there.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, I think that was just a little bit too much.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay.
So-
Just a little bit more.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes just weird things happen just completely inexplicably. I think this will be good though.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So
Dirty 20 plus 1.
so
Okay, I think that's good.
so 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this shot.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
So 21.
Okay, so we're just going to do Aaron here.
So 21. So 20. So 21. So 21.
And then I'll do a split shot here with Chris and Mike. Made some Scottish mushrooms today. Vegetable oil, okay. Portobello, good choice. Veggie cheddar. Veggie cheddar. How does that work? And pine nuts. I am not a huge fan of pine nuts, but I love portobello mushrooms. It sounds pretty good.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Okay, so we're gonna do. We'll do Aaron at a 10 zoom here. Let's find him. Okay, get his eyes into. What is going on with his face here?
So 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to unlink these. This is going to be a split shot between Chris and Mike. So I'm going to grab my splitter from the left over here. It's veggies pureed with cheese. Oh, okay. Cooled and then chopped to bake. Gotcha. That does sound really good. All right, now I have to find Aaron or Chris or Mike. Okay, so I can probably use this one. So this is the fusion that I want here. So I'm going to grab this box like that. Yeah, see, in this section, what I could do is I could have Aaron like in a big box, and then I could have Chris and Mike at the top, but I feel like I want to zoom in on them for this. So I'm going to do it this way for today. But it would be another option where they're together in the same shot at the top, and then Aaron is below them, but I'm going to split it up. This sounds really, really good, Shadows. Sounds tasty. I need to hide this layer. We're going to put it on this layer too. Like so. Okay, we're gonna show that. Now I need to zoom. Okay, so who do I want on top? Chris makes the first, even though he's not speaking, he makes the first sound here. So I'm gonna have Chris on top. Okay, so that's Chris. Yep, just making sure. Okay, and then Mike is here. So then we'll bring Mike, we'll get Mike into position first. Make sure that the bar is not visible. I never have issues with Mike. Like, centering Mike is always pretty good. Yeah, that's not the bar. That's the background that I'm seeing there. Okay, so that looks fine. I'm gonna move this up to cover the white. Yeah, he was. I do want to use that for maybe the next short, that segment. Before you got here, we were debating on whether or not it should be that one or this one. And I'm like, you know what? It's the 4th of July. And if I were to do that one, it would probably be like a 60-second short. And it would take much longer to do than this one. So I'm like, I don't want to be doing this all day. So we decided on this one. We moved this, bring these down. Okay, so let's see what this looks like together.
20 plus 1.
So 21?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct.
All right, give me just 1 second here. Sorry about that. I don't like having to order out for DoorDash or drive-through as much as I used to. Bank account. Everything's gotten so expensive, right? I'm glad y'all are enjoying the stream.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Mm-hmm. That's correct.
I'm thinking I'm gonna chop this too. Because I like this shot, but it feels like this one should also be a split shot, but that would look weird transitioning into the same shot essentially. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this and just go straight to Mike.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Mm-hmm.
I think right there.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. All right, and we're still in the zone that I want to be in, so everything is good. So let me move this down. Okay. So I'm going to do... I think, is Mike looking down during this shot? No, he's not. He's looking up. So I'm going to do a big zoom here. And then we'll zoom out when Aaron starts talking. Thank you, Shadows. I appreciate it. I put a lot of work into editing. It's something I enjoy doing, though. Even though it is work, it's still Still a lot of fun for me.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
Okay, so we're gonna do max zoom here and see what it looks like for Aaron. Now, one of the best things that I saw about making like short form content is that you're still trying to tell a story. And so the way you frame the shots and the way you set up the context adds a lot to that if it's done correctly. And I think I'm getting better at it. I wouldn't call myself a professional, obviously, but I think I've gotten better at it and I've gotten a better feel for what looks good. Man, so your AC is killing your breakers, huh? Dang. It's gotta be really hot then.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
Okay, so for these 3 shots, I want to be zoomed in really close on Mike. So we're just going to jump to 14. I'll probably have to back it off a little bit. But I want to get... So I can't even... So this is something with DaVinci that agitates me, is that I can't move it any further to the left here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to zoom out and then create a compound clip and then adjust that. That's what I'm going to end up doing. It's supposed to feel like 113? Dang. That sucks. All right, so I'm going to do max zoom here to get it positioned. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, so but I want it to be really close on that. I'm going to want the horn to end probably closer to the left side of the screen. Okay, so I want to make sure I have as much camera as I have to work with here. Okay. So that is max zoom. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create the compound clip. So I'm just going to call it horn right. Name doesn't matter, but the horn's coming in from the right. So we're going to move in close. I'm going to make sure there's no black bar showing. I'm going to I kind of want to show Mike's face too. Or do I? Don't know if I want to show his face. Well, if I don't show his face, I have to zoom in more. Let's try 1.8. Okay, so at the beginning of the shot, that might be, it's going to be, okay, I need to come down. That's why. So maybe go right about here. I don't want to be off camera, so I'll move this down a little bit. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be similar. So I need to make sure that I have everything in frame here that I want to see. It being in the middle is fine. Let me move a little bit over here. Okay, so we will call this horn middle. Like so. And we'll do the same zoom. So 1.8 here also. Okay. The positioning is a little off, but this is exactly what I want. Okay, good. Okay, now what do I want to do with this one? Let's move over here. Okay, I think for this one, I don't want it to be zoomed in. I think for this one, I want to see his whole body. Like this. Just like... I can't zoom out anymore, which is unfortunate, but that's okay.
The horn of Gondor. The horn of Gondor.
I think what I'm going to have to do here...
The horn of Gondor.
I'm going to have to show Mike in this shot, because this moves too quickly. Or I don't. If I were to zoom in here and just show his hand get into position, okay, I'm gonna have to do that, which is fine. So let me get this more centered. Okay, yeah, that will be fine. Okay, so we're gonna do new compound clip, horn left, like that. And now I can zoom this into the same amount. Okay, and the horn starts there. We'll move it up just a little bit. And I want the shot to end where the horn is completely in frame here.
The horn.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay. Well, that should cool things off then, right, Shadows, if you get a thunderstorm? I know that helps quite a bit here. Although, sometimes it'll get, like, stupid humid when that happens, too. Alright, let's see what I have so far.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument. I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
I want to zoom in more
A
here.
musical
Because I want to emphasize musical instrument.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The horn of Gondor.
Okay, for Chris, we'll do 10. Or add more soup. Yeah, that humidity, that chicken noodle soup humidity. Why is... There we go. We'll try and not do derpy ears on this one. The ears look kind of derpy when they get cut off.
The horn of Gondor.
Although I can trim it a little bit at the top and it will be okay. Because I want to move the eyes up just a bit. I think that's good.
The horn of Gondor.
To battle! To battle!
Okay, so we're zoomed in here. So I'm going to do 10 here for Mike. I might adjust this, I'm not sure yet. something in this range. I might zoom out just a little bit so that we can see everything here.
To battle.
Actually, let me do... Let's try 9. I'll have to be more careful with the borders, but... Zoom in to make sure the black bar is cut off. Right about there. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Let's see what this looks like.
To battle. To battle. To battle.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clip some of these now. Because I know I'm going to do this anyway. Okay, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Actually, I could do these now. These are going to be easy, and then I'll come back and do Mike's section. And these will all be 10, probably. Because 10 is a good distance. Not 1, 10. Okay, so the first one is Aaron. That's such a good face. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the next one is me. I'll do mine later. I'll do Clint's after that. All right, so let's get Chris into... Oops. Let's get Chris into position. Oh, that's so good. It does look good on mobile too. His face is pure broken joy. Yes. I tell him all the time that he's camera pretty. Yeah, he really is. He looks really good on camera when he's laughing. Okay. So let's get me into position now. So change this to that. Okay, so right about there. Just want to make sure that I can't see the bar. Okay, and then for Clint, I might have to move him down a little bit. All right, we're going to move Clint down just a little bit, but... Oh, I can't! I can't. That's okay. It'll be fine. I will copy that then, so... Copy that. Okay, that should be good. So let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it is. He did. Mike did such a good job with this segment. He really did. I think I want to move Clint over just a little bit. Okay, that's good. All right, now I need to figure out what we're doing with Mike. I can get rid of these now. I don't need these anymore. So I'm going to zoom in and see what I'm working with here. I think, you know, I was thinking about zooming in. I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to start close. I think his face is in, because the horn is against his mask. So I think just staying zoomed in from the beginning will look okay. All right. We're going to go to 10 here for Mike. It is really funny. It's so on brand for his character too. Like he can't play the lyre for shit, and then like the horn is just awful. Awful in a good way. All right, let's see what we got going on.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle! If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
All right, so we got the group shot right here. So we'll unlink these. I'll get that set up and I'll do it last.
What are we even doing here?
I think I'm going to do a jump zoom here. So we'll start at 10. We'll probably go to 12 would be my guess. We don't need to see the horn in this shot.
If we don't break the GM...
Let me move this over just a little bit. Or seeing the horn a little bit will be okay. And make sure the bar is not here at the top. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah, seeing that little bit in his hand is fine.
If we don't break the GM...
Yeah, that looks good actually. Okay, and then for this, we'll jump to 12 here. And this will just be a shot of his face.
If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
All right, I'm happy with it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to turn the music back on. I'm going to render this and then we're going to watch it to see if we're happy with everything. So I was going to use, I think this one.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm going to see if I can find a musical instrument.
Okay, good. So we'll save this. I'm going to set my input frame there. We're going to set my... Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot about the group shot. That's okay, though. Not a big deal. This shouldn't take too long because we have one right here. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, copying over the fusion. So we're going to grab that fusion box and we're going to paste it here. All right, we'll come back over. We're going to unhide that layer, come into this fusion box, copy that, and then paste it over here. I'm sure there's a better, more efficient way of doing this. But I don't know what it is, and I don't feel like trying to figure something else out different at the moment. So copy that, and we'll bring it over here. Okay, so this is, I'm looking at the zoom. So that's 2.5, 2.5, and 3.6. So these are both 2.5. This one is 3.6. All right, now I'm just going to start copying X and Y coordinates. So we have X, And then we have Y for the bottom layer. All right, now for the middle layer, we're copying X and Y. Okay, and then for the top layer, X and Y. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's actually a little bit of bar there. I wonder what happened. I wonder if I can fix that actually. It's this layer. Can I move this up? I have no idea what happened there. Maybe I miscopied something before and just kept carrying over. Okay, but the bar's gone. All right, there's no bar there. All right, there's no bar there. Okay. Looks like we fixed it. Save that. Okay. Now we're going to come in. We're going to back a frame so that it doesn't end on a black frame. I'm going to hit the output. We're going to save this again. I'm going to go over to the Deliver tab. And this is for episode 30. You can't see this part, but I'm creating a new folder for the shorts that we make for episode 30. So, new folder, shorts, 30. Okay, we're just going to call this War Cry for right now. Title of the file doesn't matter at all. Okay, so we'll save that. We're going to add to the render queue and we're going to render it. And it shouldn't take more than maybe a minute and a half. And then we'll watch it together. And as it's rendering, you can see that I'm jumping all over the place because my video card is dying on me. Fortunately, it doesn't take too long for this to render. And honestly, this one went by pretty well. We've only been streaming about 2 hours and 50 minutes. And we went from like having a very vague idea what we're doing to having a short. Even though it's 30 seconds. Watching Distractable. Mark Peely apparently found out a bunch of companies are selling 4090s for dirt cheap. Oh, yeah, for cryptocurrency. Is he mining Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that? Oh, but he's doing an actual render farm like for like 3D stuff or movies and stuff. Video editing. Okay, yeah. Well, man, like he'd probably get stuff done in a few seconds then. Hey, Mr. Hats, thanks for stopping by. Glad you saw the episode though. That way no spoilers for you today. Okay, let me save this. I save constantly. Let me pull up the video and we can watch it together. You're just in time, Mr. Hats. We just finished the base part of the short. Haven't done the subtitles yet. We'll do that together here in a minute. But let me pull up the video. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna just mute that for right now. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. What is going on here? That's weird. Oh.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
30, 20 plus 1.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle! If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
All right, I like it. Let's watch it one more time. Oh shit, my bad. Guys, you gotta just yell at me through the monitor. Maybe that's what was going on. All right, that one doesn't count. Let's try it again.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
30, 20 plus 1.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle! If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
All right, I want to watch it one more time, and then we'll get started on the subtitles.
A bard's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
30, 20 plus 1.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle! If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
All right, I think we got it. Good tying sheet. All right, we did it. We've done it. Okay, so I know y'all aren't new to the stream, but if someone happens to be new to the stream, this is the part where I get very repetitive. I listen to the audio over and over again as I type in the subtitles. The broken honks at the end, yeah. Sometimes it's just about finding the right combination of stuff. I'm not sure if I want the audio. I was thinking about the rain. I think I want it to fade in where it does. Although let me adjust this. It does. I totally don't need to do that, but it looks weird hanging off the end there. Okay. I don't like seeing that either. I feel like it's constraining me, even though it's not. All right, subtitle time. So I apologize. It's going to be me being very repetitive, repeating what we're saying on screen as I type things out. That's just what it is. This is part of the process.
I'm gonna see if I can find.
Oh, I need to hide the video too.
I'm gonna see if I can find.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find. All right. I'm gonna see if I can find. Appreciate it, Shadows. I know you're used to this process by now.
I'm gonna see if I can find.
We'll move this over a little bit.
If I can find.
Okay. Gonna see if I can find
A musical instrument.
a musical instrument. And yes, I will be checking my spelling on this. A musical, I think it's instrument. I'm going to double check though. If I'm ever unsure of my spelling, I double check it. Instrument. Okay, that appears to be correct.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance.
Okay, so guidance. I am using DaVinci Resolve.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
It's free. Actually, you know what I should do, Mr. Hats? Because I've been creating commands for the stream. What I should do is I should create it. That way, if someone is curious, they can go download it themselves. That's not bad. I have time. Y'all are here anyway. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so I need to pull up Nightbot dashboard real quick. Commands. Okay, so let's see. DaVinci. This is why you guys are so great. You give us good ideas, even if you don't mean to. But no, it is a really good idea to include this. God, why is this so long? This address is so long. Does that work? That works too. Okay. I'm looking at a really long address bar. I have no idea why it's like that. Okay, so we're going to add a command. Editor. ADITOR. We use DaVinci Resolve. Yes. Oh. Okay, this is going to be one of those 30-second ones. Okay. There you go. That way, if you want to check it out, you can do that.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, dirty 20 plus 1. So I want the dirty 20 by itself and then plus 1. I kind of like seeing the... it's whatever.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
Okay, that'll be fine. Okay.
Dirty 20 plus 1.
So 21.
All right, so 21. So 21. Just added it to home screen. Sweet.
Plus 1.
So 21.
Okay, so we have a nocturnal snort and a burden. So you know, if his name wasn't so long, I wouldn't have to worry about this. The thing is when there's two lines of dialogue or two lines of subtitles on the screen in a split shot, there's a chance I'm going to be covering someone's face. So I'm just going to hope it fits. Normally I would put spaces here. Can I still fit spaces in? Yeah, we're going to go with that. Okay, and then burden. Okay. Okay. I think we got it. Just started storming. Yeah, if you'd been grilling, it would have destroyed your food.
That's correct.
That's correct. I can get rid of this now. I don't need this anymore. All right. That's correct. We're doing an exclamation point there.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
Okay, what exactly were you looking for? What exactly were you looking for?
What exactly were you looking for? Looking for? Who are you? Who are you?
Okay, I think that'll be fine. So what exactly were you looking for?
What exactly were you looking for?
Okay, so we have him pulling out the horn.
The Horn of Gondor.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this one up. Okay, the Horn of Gondor. Horn of... I thought I had it right. I just want to double check. Okay, so the Horn of Gondor.
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle.
Okay, to battle? Like so. Yeah, exactly. I made a burger for the 4th of July. Just 2 though. Just for me and a family member. To battle. I posted a picture on the Discord. I didn't grill it though, because it's too hot to be outside right now in Texas, so I did it on the pan. What's your story, Will?
To battle.
Okay, so yeah, well, so I have a question for you guys who are in chat, because I need to add a subtitle here for the horn sound. But if I say like horn blast, it makes it sound like it's a good thing. Like that's, if I were to type it out, that's what you'd expect it. And I want people who are hard of hearing or deaf to get the joke too. So how would you phrase the sound of this horn? On your way home from Indiana, dodged 2 multi-car crashes during the storm. And I'm glad you're safe though, but that sucks. It deleted your message because the caps that I'm looking at it. That is pretty funny. I think I want to describe. I think I want to give a description though. French horn emoji is not a bad idea. I mean, because I could just say like, God, like what is that sound? I'm gonna Google it. Let's see. Sound off-key horn makes called. Honk, blow, hiss, whistle. Fuzzy. Let's see how to describe an off-key horn sound. Of course, it thinks I'm talking about a car. I'm gonna say French horn. That was a good suggestion. Shit. I don't want to spend too much more time thinking about this. Because even, like, if I were to type out horn blares, like, it still doesn't sound bad. You know what? How does honk sound? We might go with that. Horn honks. Man, who'd have thought I'd be thinking about this for a while? So I think I'll do GM just do laughter here. That's kind of a honk, right? Sort of. Kinda. That's close enough. Let's put laughing. L-A-U-G-H-I-N-G. Okay, and then we'll just copy this over. But horn continues. Honkin' crayons. I wonder why. Honk, like an aversion to saying the word or difficulty saying the word? Hunk? Oh, difficulty. Hunk and crowns. Yeah, as a southern accent, I could see that totally. Actually, you know what? Horn struggles. So we'll do a toot here, maybe? It does sound like a rubber chicken, doesn't it? Toot. Okay, just copy this over here. Okay, and then we'll just do laughing here. Or laughter. Because it's the group shot. Laughter.
If we don't break the GM.
Okay, now the easy part. If we don't break the GM. If we don't break the GM.
If we don't break the GM.
Oops. Did not want to chop that there. Okay, if we don't. Because he is struggling. He's totally struggling with the horn.
If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here?
What are we even?
Oops.
What are we even doing here?
Okay, what are we even doing here?
What are we even doing here? Even doing here? Even doing here?
I would like to add a subtitle for Aaron's little sound there, but it's only going to be on screen for such a short time. I'm not going to do it. But the people who are listening will appreciate it. Okay. I'm gonna render it now with the subtitles on. Obviously I'm turning all the videos back on here. Squeak? You mean for the horn sound, or shriek even? Shriek is not a bad word. Horn shrieks? Is shriek the word? Did we figure it out? Horn shrieks? I think we did. I think we figured it out. No, thank you, Will. You got my head in the right spot. I appreciate it. Okay, so shriek. S. Shrek. No, not Shrek. Or even screech. But I think shriek is a better word. Shriek. It's S-H-R-I-E-K. 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 Okay, I can remember that. So S-H-R-I-E-K. There we go. S-H-R-I. Okay, horn shrieks. What, squeak? So much a flea market store. Yeah, shriek. Oh, yeah. You have total credit for shriek. I would not have thought about it if you not said anything. I appreciate it. Went to the flea market store last Friday. Bought a 3D printer, 3D printed clover dragon. Painting up green, orange. That sounds really cool. Actually, I want to get into that at some point. If we ever get to a point, and Shadows, I know you offered to help with terrain, but if at some point, like, we actually start using terrain, like, I want to get a 3D printer, like, for us, like, for the whole group, and then we can print miniatures and stuff like that. That way, if we ever need a creature, you know, I'll just ask the GM, or if I happen to be GMing, I can do it, but we'll ask the GM what we need, and then we can take care of that. Yeah, I would love to have a 3D printer. That'd be amazing. Okay, so horn shrieks, and then we'll do shrieking continues. So S-H-R-I-E-K. S-H-R-I-E-K-I-N-G. Okay, that's good. All right, I think we've done it. I think we have done it. So I'm going to set my input, my output. All right, and then we're going to render this, and then we're going to watch it again. Now, I've thought about 3D printing before, Shadows. Like, even before we were doing this project, like, I wanted to get a 3D printer. I couldn't justify getting one. I didn't really have like a lot of projects in my head that I wanted to work on that would require me to have a 3D printer. I just thought they were cool. But like, if we're going to be doing this for a long time, I think having one not only makes sense, but it would make things easier, and it would be a cool thing to have. Okay, deliver. So we need to, we're just going to call it Warcry 2. We're going to come over to subtitles and make sure they're burned into the video. Add that to the render queue, and then we're going to watch as my video card dies while I render this. So we're getting close to the end here. And with plenty of time to spare. The filament that you put into 3D printers, like, how long does that last, would you say? I know I'm not using the right word, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, the stuff that you put into the 3D printer so you can actually print stuff. Like, how long does that last? Or, like, how many projects can you make? I know it varies on size, but, like, if you make, like, you know, something small, like, how... And if you don't know, don't worry about it. I was just thinking out loud. Just wondering how long that stuff would last. Okay, let me pull up the video here.
A Bart's app.
Okay, we'll get this. Okay, we're going to switch over to the desktop view. Oops, no, that's me. There we go. Okay, no BRB on the screen. Okay, here we go.
A Bart's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find the music.
I know I just stopped it. I'm going to make the starting text larger since it's a shorter sentence. So I'm going to make that change.
Musical instrument.
Guidance?
30, 20 plus 1.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle. If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
The print can last for decades? Oh, the actual print itself. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I meant like the stuff that you use in the printer. So the analogy would be like if you get ink when you do print pages of paper. Like how long does that last? The stuff that you put into the printer. Like for how many jobs-ish? All right, I'm going to play this one more time.
A Bart's epic war cry.
I'm gonna see if I can find a musical instrument.
Guidance?
30, 20 plus 1.
So 21.
That's correct.
What exactly were you looking for?
The Horn of Gondor.
To battle. If we don't break the GM, what are we even doing here?
That's a good way of putting it, Will. I mean, that's what I'm trying to convey. Okay. I'm going to make that last change here, and I think we are good. I'm not going to mess with that just to make this small change here. Okay, so this font we're going to make larger. Make sure we have room on the sides here. We're still good. Okay. I'm not going to make you guys sit through me re-rendering this, because you've basically seen the finished product. I just wanted to make that a little bit larger for the thumbnails. But anyways, I don't know if I'm going to stream again today. Probably not. I am going to do Elden Ring at some point. I mean, I could do it later tonight, maybe. And obviously, I don't expect y'all to get on. I'm just saying I might do it later tonight, but don't count on it. I am going to be doing it at some point. Actually, let me switch over while we're talking here. I am going to do it at some point. I do want to figure out a build. I'm not sure if I like the boxing build that I was looking at. And I might just do the bow build. And I'd have to look it up again, how to get started, because obviously the bow build at levels like 1 through 20 is different than, you know, like 30 to 50, and then like higher, like when you get to like level 100. So I will take a look at that, figure out which build I want to do. And I'll probably do like a full boss run, so all 165 bosses and the DLC. I've done a 165 boss run before off stream. It took a while, but I managed to kill all of them with the bow build, so I know I can do it. It would just take a while. Oh yeah, thanks, Will. I'm gonna hang out probably with family here for a little bit. Maybe relax the rest of the day. Maybe watch. I've been watching The House of the Dragon again, and I've been watching the new episodes that I went back and started season 1 again. So I might do a little bit of that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. This is gonna go up probably in about an hour. It's gonna go up on Instagram first, actually sooner on Instagram, probably like in the next half hour or so, and then on TikTok and YouTube in the next hour. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. And I will see y'all next time. Happy 4th of July.